The Chicago River winding its way through the heart of the Windy City. Our sight tonight. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at the Pelicans. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top five.
And when you look at Los Angeles, they just kind of burst out of the gate here with some fire, feeling disrespected by pundits who overlook them as a top team.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dion Waiters is out there with Dennis Schroeder, and Harrell's in at the center. And for Chicago, Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the point. And early in the season, Clark, rotations getting settled. How important do you think it is to have players who really embrace their roles on that team?
You know, I think it's a combination of accepting and embracing your roles, really relishing what it is you're to do and to star in what your particular role is, and finding that out oftentimes is a work in progress even throughout the season.
And probably managing maybe some disappointment if you aren't in the role you thought you were going to be in.
Well said. Exactly right.
Here's Harrell. No good that time, so the Bulls will take it the other way. Outside, Porter. Schroeder against Levine. Here's White. That 3 off the mark. Here's LeBron, and James throws it down.
Boy, LeBron's so strong, so athletic, so smart. I mean, a bunch of his points come when he's driving full speed downhill, and he's impossible to stop. Well, you know, last season, perhaps the most disappointing of LeBron James's career. I mean, he hadn't missed the playoffs since 2005, and amazingly, this is the one that gets me, had not missed the finals since 2010.
Here's James after the made shot from Wendell Carter.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Marc Gasol is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Waiters. For 3, Caldwell Pope doesn't get it to drop for him. Now Chicago takes it the other way.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Kuzma kicks it over to Schroeder. Here's Davis. Gets it to go from 8 feet. Davis has got 6.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Lakers lead by 4. From the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
And so Levine will bring it up now for the Chicago Bulls. Trailing by 4. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
Hey, knocking down free throws in a hostile environment is really about the battle of the mind.
Center answer there with White. Then it's Zach LaVine. Then it's Young. And it's Gafford in at the 5 spot. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Chicago Bulls continue to be a team in rebuild mode. They traded for Otto Porter at the deadline last season, and that seemed like a turning point. It lessened the logjam in the front court, and his versatile game fit well with some of the young players. Now that they've added rookie Kobe White with other moves this summer, fans are eager to see this young team take the next step. Kevin?
And David, they've got some pieces too. Thank you. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for the Bulls. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for White, and then for the Lakers. Harrell, he's checked in for Gasol. LeBron comes in for Kyle Kuzma, and it's Waiters in for Dennis Schroeder. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Lakers?
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Harrell, that's good.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, is Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
Carter outside. Pass to Levine. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Levine's got 5.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Waiters finds James. Goes up on the high post. And again, it's the Lakers.
You know, for LeBron, I think that mid-range shot is an important one for him to have in his bag. It keeps the defense honest.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And that one's good by Porter. Los Angeles leading by 3. Caldwell Pope for 3. Carter pulls it in. Now here's Satoransky. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Pacers in Indianapolis. Count it, good. Carter's got 4 this quarter.
You've got to be aware of him at all times. He's a bully on the backboard.
He gets it up.
Wow! He got it in!
How about that? Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an impossible shot, man, even when you don't have the clock to worry about.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Zach, a hard-fought first half. What changes have to be made to get a little separation?
They're making tough shots. We're trying to stick to our concept, so we got to come back, make plays, make shots, and, just stay solid.
Always a challenge for a young team. Thanks for your time, Zach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output from both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, I think to shoot a high percentage, the offense has to be in sync. And in the first half, those guys were sharing the basketball, playing for each other. Now it becomes a matter of being consistent at it.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Chicago?
Well, they had a hard time scoring inside. In fact, their offense was run almost exclusively along the perimeter. A lot of jumpers. It's too predictable. You got to mix it up.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at James, what a contribution.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
Mark, we're seeing more and more young coaches in the NBA. You think this is a trend? Is it completely circumstantial? What's your view on it?
Well, I think you've got more younger coaches that are capable and able to coach. And the league is quite young, too. I think it's a current trend. But we've seen that before in decades past when it seems the wave of coaches are younger. I think it's more or less kind of the cycle of life that we see across a lot of different industries.
Checking out the group of Frank Vogel to start the second half. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Dion Waiters. And Harrell's in at the 5, roaming the paint. Marc Gasol is checked in for the Lakers. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a 1-point game. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
Man, it's so good to see LeBron James rise up with confidence from deep. That's a part of his game that he continues to improve on, and it's actually become quite efficient.
LaVine and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
On the wing, James over Porter, and James gets it to go on the assist by Gasol. James has got 15.
So special and exciting to watch greatness. LeBron James tonight playing at the highest level. Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there, and neither can he.
Shot's good by Waiters.
And he'll take it right into the teeth of the D without thinking twice about it.
Bulls trail by 4. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. LaVine can't hit. LA has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. LeBron drives in.
Well, that's one man never afraid to punch it. Give LeBron a path to the bucket, and the finish is going to be something in a poster.
Got a piece of it and stole it.
Yeah! It never gets old seeing LeBron throw it down, especially when he decides to do it with a little flavor.
LaVine against Waiters. Now here's LaVine, guarded closely. To halt the run, off target at the rim. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Right back after this break. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. White is out there with Thomas Satoransky. Then there's Vonleh, and it's Young, and it's Gafford in at the 5 down low. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Here's White. Young outside. This one for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Young's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Stolen by Satoransky. White wide open. He fires. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got 3 assists tonight. And here's LeBron outside, and the Lakers get it back. Again, Los Angeles.
And the soft jump shot there of Davis. You got to respect his perimeter game.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're behind by 6. 1:25 left to play in the final quarter. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the timeout, I listened in on Jim Boylan's huddle. He told them they have to keep fighting. He said, hey, look, we're right here, but we can't make mistakes. You got to be aggressive and smart. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
Young is often overmatched because he's not as big as other power forwards, but he still finishes inside at a high rate.
That one drops for him. And the Lakers lead by 6.
It's been like this all night for both teams, the offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Here's Kuzma. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And it's an 8-point Laker lead.
You know, once Kuzma has the position he wants inside, he does his thing fearlessly.
Kuzma against Satoransky. Offensive rebound. Kuzma, right side. Count it. Kuzma's got the lead up to 10 now for the Lakers.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
White. Pass to Young from downtown, and the 3-ball is good.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That's his first foul. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 7. 12 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he has.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. "12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Hutchison. Now here's Valentine. From deep three-point range, the shot missing. And so the Lakers take the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, LeBron. The spotlight's on you all the time. How do you kind of put that to the side and deliver the kind of performance you did tonight?
I just want to try to lead my team the best way I could. Whatever I needed to do out on the floor, I tried to be there for them tonight. And, I'm glad we was able to get this win.
Thanks very much, LeBron. Appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.